Hello all, good evening and welcome to this session. Assemblies, this is topic that we are studying I think since 4 days now. We have learned a lot about assemblies. Yesterday, I think we learned about adding components, adding component in an assembly with a matrix and a point as an input. And we have also worked with prototype because prototype gives us access to the part elements or part objects like features, uh, faces, edges, these kind of objects. We have also seen similar example. Now, I would like to spend one more day on assemblies, that is today's, to touch upon few more areas, and then we will move on to the other section, which is drawings, or maybe we'll take some other section before we touch upon drawings. But I want this day to spend on assemblies again. Uh, and Today we are going to see couple of different examples in assemblies. Uh, so today we are going to see first getting the features. We have seen how we get the edges or faces in yesterday's example. Now today we will see how we can get the features, and, and we'll have another example as well. But let's start with features first. So now I will copy a template code, and let me copy this first. Okay, so this is the template code. So I have added assemblies library, and I have added also features ns-open.features because I'm going to access the feature within the assembly, within the assembly component. So what we are going to do is we are going to report all datums in assembly. So we do have session, we do have work part. Now let's start further coding. What I will do is I will again have this root component, which should be again the part of template code for assembly, right? So this can be a template code for assembly where we do have a root component as well. Now let's start further. Now I want to first access the prototype. Okay, so to access the prototype, I will go and define another function, public static void, and then I will write it as traverse form. I will name it yeah, like this, traverse form, and into bracket I will give the component, root component itself. So component uh, root form, then brackets for this function. And here I will do the prototype, means I will try to find out the prototype. So first I will declare the part variable, part, and I will name it as C part, which is component part, and I will define it as null for now. Now I want to get the component first, and then for that component, I will get the I will use prototype to convert that into part. So let's see. Let's start with for each loop. So uh, this is similar what we have done yesterday, but little bit slightly different than what we have done yesterday. So I will name comp as child in root comp dot get children. I will use get children. Then this is curly brackets for each loop. Now I think I am missing on the uppercase. Okay, so I'm picking up the root component in this function, and then I am getting childrens of uh, this top assembly. So this is typical for each loop that we keep on writing the for the assembly. Now, once I found this child component, I will use the same method to convert that. C part is equals to part into bracket and then child dot prototype. So this way I am converting the component into part. So the same way what I have done yesterday. Now instead of getting bodies or faces, here I am more interested in getting features. That's the only major difference as compared to the prototype example that we have seen yesterday. Now let's yeah, I can go and first write some information guide dot info write line, then uh, part loaded, then I can go and write semicolon missed. I can go and get the features. But now for getting features, what I will do is I will write another function. So here I can just do the recursion. How I will do recursion, I will just copy this line as is, and here instead of this root component, I will provide parameter as child. So this will ensure the recursion. Now I will write another function. I will save my time, copy paste this function, same function. We'll name it differently. Now I want to report the datums. So I will name it as report datums. And here, what I need to do is I need to get the component, that is C part, not the component. In this case, I am going to give the part. Uh, Not C part. It will be confusing little for you because it looks similar. So part feature, part for features. Let's have it like this so that we don't confuse. And here uh, we have used part. Now this is something that we will change. We just wanted to copy the function. Now we will go and collect the features. So we obviously need a for each loop here as well. So for each into bracket feature, because I need feature. So I will name it as fee and in uh, part for features dot get features. Not actually like this. Maybe I need to write something else before this. So similarly, how I am getting all the components from this line, I would like to get all the features from a part. But this is not going to be that easy. It will be little bit different. So now what we are going is we are going into the part related APIs and we are trying to fetch the features, all the features of that part. So here, uh, okay, let's try to write one more uh, variable, which is feature collection. So this variable will be collection of features because we will be getting several features. Part will have several features. Feature collection, and I will name it as feat COLL is equals to part for features, part part for features dot features. So you can see this API, it is part of feature collection class, and this returns feature collection instance belonging to this part. Feature collection means it will be the basket of features. It will be several features, means all the features in that part. So this is what we will get from this API. Now, once we get this, I can simply use this in here in my for each loop, and I can have some logic. Now this will get me all the features in that part. I assume so. It will get me all those features in a part. Then I only want datum. But for that, we will write that code further. Actually, I need to write a condition, if condition or similar, that will only pick up the datum features, and we can then show those features into a window or something. Okay, but this is the framework of that function. Now I will try to run this code. I don't know how to write the condition for getting the datum features. I don't know that yet. So I will keep that part open, or it will not code for that now, but we'll finish the other things. Other things means the mainly calling these two features. So I can call this feature here, report datums. I can call this feature just before traversing. And into bracket, I will give child variable. So this will ensure that I am calling this not child, sorry, C part. I am calling this function before the recursion happens. Uh, uh, this is done. Now I have to call this function as well in the main function. So I am now giving the entry points for this function. Here I will give it as input as root. Okay, so I think I have given the entry points for both of the functions. Now we can go and try to test this. Try to test this. What I will do is I will copy this line as is. Will paste this here, and what I will do is I will report feature dot name. So this returns the custom name of an object. So let's see if I get the name of the feature from this line. I am yet to code for datum features, but I have coded for everything else, at least looks like. So the best way is to copy this. At least this does not have any error. If you can see, if I go and view the error list, you can see there are no errors in this code. Now I think we can go and test this code in NX. So we'll copy paste this in journal. We'll see that if I do have assembly, I do have assembly here. Now I will play this code. This code reported nothing. Okay, something is reported, part loaded, but feature names are not loaded. Okay, so something is wrong, right? Something is wrong. I am not getting any features uh, which are displayed in the window. So to find it out, take help of Visual Studio rather than uh, thinking our own. Uh, let's take help of the Visual Studio. Now I will share this Visual Studio screen, and as I'm going to debug, I will also copy the unload option function. So this function will help me do the unload and not get into the errors while I rebuild. So I will save this. I will rebuild this. I will attach this to process. After attaching to process, I also need to put a breakpoint because just by attaching a process, it is not sure that it will get into the the debug mode. So I will put my breakpoint here, and then from NX I can execute the DLL. I will execute the DLL from NX. Let me first get the folder location of this code. I have executed that in NX. Now we got into debug mode. So I will use F11. My root variable, I do have assembly found in the root. That is fine. Now I will enter into traverse component function. Then in this for each loop, I will get the first component plate with holes. Then I am converting that into a part. So once that part is loaded, I'm like using that part to find out the datums, or at least this function, report datum function. Then into this function, I get all the features of that part. So you can see right now the feature collection is null. Now I do get something here. I do have got something. Then I got datum coordinate system. Okay, I got it. But you can see the feature dot name. If I use this API, it returns blank. It is not returning with the name of feature. But I can notice that very well from here. This is the object that I got in this variable. And if I expand this, then I get all the information. I get feature type, which is I am more interested in. I am interested in datum features. So if the feature type is datum coordinate system, then I am done, right? I am not interested in the feature name. My original intention is to filter all the datums. Okay, so uh, I can use this feature type datum CSYS. Okay, fine. So I understood now why uh, my information is not printed in that window, not displayed in that window because feature dot name is empty. Okay, I can show you one more thing. If I hover over this variable and if I pin this, it means I'm pinning this variable information or I'm pinning this object information. Now, if I expand, I also get to see that all of them. Even I can pin one of that I require. So this way I can do. Even if I want to watch the feature, watch means I can right click to this feature, click on add watch. If I right click and click add it to watch, it will show me in the watch window. So this is a watch window. I can have I think various variables, several variables in the watch window. Now if I expand, I get to see that entire information. So I don't need to hover and then again expand it. I can see what that information, what that object contains. Okay, so the first one I found it in for each loop is datum coordinate system. Now if I move on, now I will find the next one. Next one is also datum. Now I found sketch. Type is sketch. Now if I expand, I will see the sketch related information. If I move on, means for each loop is what it is doing. It is accessing each element in the feature collection one by one. And I'm getting with every iteration, I'm getting the new feature which is accessed by this for each loop. Now I found extrude. Now I found extract phase. So these are different types of features that we can found. Again found datum coordinate system. Now found whole package. So these are whole features that we found now. Whole a simple whole we found. So it will go get into all of them one by one by one. Extract phase. It will keep on continuing till I get the last feature accessed. So every feature it will access one by one. Now instead going through all of this, I will just click F5, which is like executing the code without stopping at each line. So I will just go on and press F5. So I will move out of the execution. So this means that entire code has executed, and now I know what is I was missing. So now I will stop the debugger, and here what I will do is uh, feature dot I have to type feature type. It returns the feature type is equals to datum. I have to exactly name it same way with all the spellings and all. Datum CSYS double quotes. Okay, so I am writing something which is not appropriate. I have to write if condition here. So if datum feature type matches with the datum coordinate system, matches means we have to use double equal sign. Okay, if this matches, then guide dot info write line in, into bracket feature dot feature type. I can use the feature type to show in my information. This is how I can do. And then uh, again I can have one more line if that works. I am not sure, but I'm just trying it out. Feature dot get feature name. This also returns the displayable name of a feature. So let's try if I can even get the feature name. So feature name as well as feature type I will show in a window if the type is datum coordinate system. So this is what I will do for this example, for this code. And I think I am again in good position to test this code. Now we can move on to NX. I will replace the existing code and will play this journal. Now I have found it. You can see I got lot of information. Datum coordinate system. Its type is datum coordinate. Its type is datum. Actually, all of the datum coordinates are only listed here because that is how our condition is. All others are not listed. So only these are all datum uh, datum type of features. What I notice is this is very repetitive. I don't need this actually. So what I can do is I can slightly change my code to make it more presentable. So what I can do is uh, part loaded, and then let's see, I will give the name of a part which is child dot display name. We know this is will give the display name of that part, and I will have one more line just before this. uh, After this even it's okay to have that. Now what I will write is list of datum features is as below, and it will list down all those datum features, and I will comment out this line because I am only fetching the datum features. I don't need to print, or I don't need to display the datum type of that again and again. I can comment that out. This shall improve the visibility of that information. So presentation point of view, I done some slight changes. Now we'll copy and replace that code. We'll play this now. Yeah, now you can see this is better representation of the same information. Part loaded, part name, list of features is this. Then next part loaded, and this is the list of features. This is the list of features. So this is how we can access the uh, features information. This filter on datum features is just for the sake of having some logic to pull only related features. Similarly, I can even filter on other type of features because if I wanted to have only those kind of features, then I can only have the logic like that. Uh, so this is how you can go and uh, develop similar code which accesses the part related information of a component. I can now save this code And we can move on to the next journal, next example. Before that, I would like to take you through API guide. Okay, so in this, I think what we have seen, we have seen feature collection, right? So feature collection class. So this class represents collection of feature, and what we have seen is uh, what we have seen inside this feature collection features. I think we will not find features here because let me check if I find it. Features, too many of those actually. Okay, get features. This returns all the features in a part. Okay, but what we have used features, not get features. So okay, but that's fine. A little bit about this feature collection. Feature collection, what kind of APIs we do have? We can uh, actually there are a lot of builders related to feature. For example, this one create AOCS builder. This one is Angular dimension builder. This one is chamfer builder. So I think even extrude builder or those revolve builder. Yeah. Okay. So I think we have seen this build class even before as well, because this is from where we have used the extrude builder or revolve builder examples. Okay. So this is the feature collection. Now what else is actually feature type? Feature type. So let's see if I get the feature type. I don't get it. Let me try here. Feature type. Feature type property. So this is a string actually. This is only giving that information that it is a string. This one, okay, not exactly the same I am looking for. I'm looking for the list of types of feature. If I get that, I'm looking for that information. No, here as well, it's not what we are looking for. So these are feature types, but these are for different things, for not what we are looking actually. Feature type enum. So we are looking for different types of feature that we can find in NX. So feature type field. No, this is even not the what we are looking for. Okay, there must be the list somewhere which will use all the different types of features. So I think this namespace, I know I'm taking long time here, but if I found quickly, then it will be easy. Okay, what I can do is we can tweak our code little bit to show the different feature types. What I can do is I will uncomment this line and I will comment this line. I am going to report the feature type, and at the same time I will also comment the if condition, because now I want to display all the features, because I want to see what are the different types of features as per the NX point of view. We know different features, but what they exactly, uh, how they exactly named NX point of view, or string point of view, because this is the string that we will be using for our filter. So just comment out, for that reason I have comment out if condition, and I am going. This will help me show all the types of features those are used in this assembly. So let's try to play this. Now you can see these are the different types of features: datum, sketch, extrude face, and so on. So I know these are the different types of features that are there. Now if I, instead of this assembly, if I pick up other assembly, I will get other type of features as well. So let's try the same code on other assembly. If you get this code and if you try it on your assembly, you will get the results from your assembly. Now I will play it again. Now I didn't got any actually here. No features are listed here, because this is, I think, this is something to do with the assembly that I do have. So let's try on something else. If I found the assembly, then we will continue. Yeah, I think this one we can try. No, here as well I didn't find any any features. Okay, I will leave it to you now. You can take this code, try out on your assemblies, and just observe what are the different types of features that you get from this code. Okay, for now we will continue with the another example. We will go and slightly tweak the same example that we had, because we don't need to change too much here. We can follow the same template or framework more or less of this example and modify it to create the another example. The another example that I would like to show today is related to arrangements in assembly. So similarly, how we have fetched the uh, datum features information or datum feature names just, so similarly I would like to fetch the arrangements information. So let's see what we need to do for that. My this main function remains the same. I will access the root component first, and I will go and traverse that. So for traversing now, I will again uh, need the arrangements or not. I think I can still need the prototype. Sorry, if I need the prototype or not, I think I still need that prototype. Okay, what I will do is I will now not focus on displaying the lot of information. Rather, I will only look for the relevant information to display. So I will just remove these two lines. Once I got the prototype, I want to first fetch the number of arrangements. So we'll declare it int number of arrangements. This, this is I will declare as int. Now uh, this variable is equals to c part, not c part, this c part. Give me a moment. I will bake in 30 seconds. Okay. So I will have to get the number of arrangements. So we'll start from C part dot component assembly. C part dot component assembly. So now you can notice I am returning to component part from a part. Sorry, I am returning to component assembly from a part. Dot arrangements. Dot arrangements. Dot. I don't need to look up for the further API. Actually, it's very straightforward. I can get the count because arrangements is you can say this is collection of arrangements defined in a component assembly. And why we used component assembly? Because arrangements related API is under this class. So I can go and straight away to array. To array returns the array of arrangements. So you know array, right? So array is collection of same type of objects. So if I get the array, then I can also get the number of arrangements. So this is the intention. So to array, then getting the length of array is very simple. Length, that's it. Okay, so if I have the array of objects, then if I use dot length, I will get the total count of that particular object. So this is how I am getting number of arrangements. Now I can go and use guide dot info write line and into this number of, I will use short form arrangements, and here I will just use this integer variable bracket complete. Okay, so this way I am reporting the number of arrangements. Now I also wanted to report uh, the name of arrangements, but that will I will park for now. I will park that for now. I will remove this line because it is just related to uh, reporting arrangements. I don't need this further report datums because this is no more relevant. It is just I don't need to get into the part and get into some other loop like this which we have here. So I think this function is no more required. So I can go and just remove this function. So it is very straightforward, right? Getting the arrangements. Just this is the API that we have to use. Some some error there. I think I have to remove this bracket as well. Yeah, that is done. Now I have the code. It's very simple. Component.assembly has the arrangements. Now so far I am only fetching the number of arrangements, not nothing else. Let's copy this code and see if it is running well inside NX. List of datum features. Okay, so I have to slightly. No, I will not use that datum features related line. I think I have to rerun this by closing that info window. Okay, so number of arrangements are 0 in all the cases. Now, if I go and create arrangement in NX, I think not here. I have to create it in other. Yeah, here it is arrangements. I will go and create in this assembly new new a. If I make this as work part, create work part is not an assembly and cannot have arrangements. Okay, I do have some arrangements here now. Let's see if my code gives me some other result. No. So this is, I think I'm talking about arrangements in part, not in assembly. So this is a part and application modeling. No, I think it is only assemblies that can have the arrangements. Okay, but at least this one, this this part, this assembly does not have arrangements, and that's why I cannot see them in my output. But I will leave it to you again to test this code at your end. Maybe you will have appropriate assembly where you can get the arrangements information from this code. So this was another pretty straightforward kind of example, but I just wanted to touch upon few other APIs as well in assemblies to give you more understanding about different APIs. Now, slight time will spent on API guide to see the component assembly class and see the arrangements. Yeah, so if I get the arrangements, this gets the collection of arrangements. Okay, and what else? I can even get the active arrangement, which returns or sets the active arrangement in a component assembly. So I can even use this active arrangement API to to get the arrangement of assembly. Now I see that I can go and simplify this code much. Uh, I can remove a lot of code from here because once I got the root, which is parent, and then once I got the children, I don't need to get the prototype, I think, because prototype is not relevant at all here. What I can do is I can comment this line. I can directly go at child dot component component assembly. Okay, so component assembly is not there in a component. but uh, here we do have component assembly, right? So let's see if I have, I'm just trying it out. I'm not sure whether it will work. Integer num, okay, then num is equals to work part dot component assembly dot arrangements dot toString dot length, not toString but to array, because I am converting that into array to array, and then dot length. That's it. I don't need this all code. I don't need this entire function at all, right? Because I knew that I can find the arrangements in the work part itself, because I do have, I know that where I can find arrangements, and component assembly is very first variable that we use, right? Uh, so this is, I, I don't need these lines. These are actually to unload, to help us uh, in debug state. So this will get me the arrangements. What else I can do is, let's see, active arrangements, right? So active arrangement, maybe I will name a string str, then str is equals to work part dot component assembly dot active arrangement. This returns the arrangement, and what I will do is to string, but it is not able to convert the method group to string to non-delegate type. Okay, let me try to figure this out. What we are trying to do, we are trying to get the name of active arrangement, but somehow we are not getting it. Somehow we are getting the error. uh, Now let's see if API help guide helps me in this. It returns the currently active arrangement for this assembly. Actually, the name is arrangement itself. The type is arrangement itself. Okay, so it cannot be string. So arrangement is a type, and I can get the arrangement like this. Now I don't know how I can show that information of active arrangement in a in an information window. So what I will do, I will take the help of debugging method. I will save this. I know that we are going little extra today, but I think we will close it faster now in just next 5-10 minutes. I will go and execute this from NX. Okay, I haven't it, debugger not stopped. Maybe I have done something. Okay, so I missed something here. We'll stop this. We'll save this. We'll rebuild this. Then we'll go to tools attached to the process. Then inside NX, I will trigger this DLL. Yeah, now debugger has come here. Okay, number of arrangements are 4. We got the new count. Now let's see what this arrangement variable contains. It contains the arrangement information. Okay, if I use arrangement dot name, I will get this name of arrangement. Okay, so this is how I can fetch the arrangement information. And it's very simple to get that information. Component assembly class, and you know how to go and understand the class information, understand the API, find out the API and use that API. So today is this one particularly was very good example of how your knowledge of API guide can help you uh, get the straightforward code to get the same information. We have like reduced lot of code because using of the common sense that as we are uh, using component assembly to get the arrangement, why then we are even writing the for each loop, even we are converting the component to prototype, component to part using prototype, and then writing the code to get the arrangement. So that was not all required because component assembly is the object that we already have at very beginning of the code. So we can use that class and access the arrangements related API to get the arrangement information from us. Okay, that's it. We are done for today. I hope it was good learning today as well for all of you.